Students, let us discuss NCERT solved questions. So 9.1 example. These questions are solved, so no need to write in your fair notebooks. Just do the practice of these questions in your rough notebook so that you will be able to solve unsolved questions in your fair notebook. So question number first 9.1, a constant force acts on an object of mass 5 kg. So mass is given 5 kg for a duration of 2 seconds. Time is given 2 seconds. It increases the object's velocity from 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. As we know, when force is applied on an object, it changes its velocity. So in this case, velocity have been changed, increased from 3 to 7. So 3 was the initial velocity, u equal to 3, and 7 is final velocity. Find the magnitude of the applied force. We have to find force. Now, if the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity of the object? Actually, this question consists of two separate questions. So, we will solve it part by part. Till this, there is a question and this is another question. So, in first question, we have to find force. So, we will solve it first of all. We have been given u is 3, v is 7, time is 2 seconds, mass is 5 kg. We will use equation F is equal to ma. So, this equation F equal to m v minus u by t. We will put all the values in this and we will get the answer. Now, in second part, that find now if the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds. This is the force which we have calculated. If same force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds instead of 2 seconds. So in second part, we will take force same as we have calculated in first part and time is equal to 5 seconds. What would be the final velocity of the object? Means we have to take initial velocity same as in the first part. So now if there is force is applied for a duration of 5 seconds, then the final velocity can be calculated by rewriting equation 9.5. How we get this equation? We get this equation from this equation F is equal to ma. This is the main point. Students get confused in this formula. How we get it? We will multiply t with f. So it is ft equal to mv minus u. Here we get this formula. And then we will bring m here. So it will be ft by m and we left with v minus u. And in next step, we will bring u in this side. So we will get v is equal to u plus ft by m. So in this way we get this formula. So on substituting the values of u, f and m and t, we will get the final velocity. Now question number 2, which would require a greater force? Accelerating a 2 kg mass at 5 meter per second square or 4 kg mass at 2 meter per second square. Means just we have to find two forces and we have to compare. So in first case 2 kg mass, we will take it as m1. m1 is 2 and a1 is 5. Formula is F is equal to ma. So we will calculate force F1 by using these values, that is 10 Newton. Another m2 is 4 kg and acceleration is 2 meter per second square. So using these values we will get F2 equal to 8 Newton. We can compare F1 is greater than F2. This was the question. In 9.3, motor car is moving with a velocity of 108 kilometer per hour. Okay, so this is initial velocity given to us, and it takes 4 seconds to stop. So it means 4 seconds means time is given to stop after the brakes are applied. Means what we have given? Final velocity is 0. So calculate the force exerted by the brakes on the motor car if its mass along with the passengers is 1000 kilogram. So first thing is understood here that as motor car was moving with this velocity, initial velocity is more and final velocity is 0. And as velocity is decreasing, so acceleration will be negative. So acceleration is negative, so force is also negative. So we will find here the sign of force as negative finally in our answer. So let us see. First of all, U. It is given in kilometer per hour, and we have to convert it into SI system. So we will convert it into meter per second by multiplying 1000 by 3600, or simply we can say this figure as 5 by 18. By using this we get U equal to 30 meter per second, and final velocity is 0. So total mass of motor car along with its passengers is 1000 kg, and the time taken to stop the motor car is 4 seconds. These things have been given to us. So from equation 9.5, we have the magnitude of force F applied by the brakes as mv minus u by t. Simply F is equal to ma formula. So F equal to m 1000, a means final minus initial velocity divided by time, and when we will calculate it we will find this value of force. So we find that force is of negative sign because this is decelerating force. It is reducing the velocity and finally bring it to 0. So it is negative. Negative sign tells that the force exerted by brakes is opposite to the direction of motion of the motor car. Hanji, 9.4. A force of 5 Newton gives a mass m1 and acceleration of 10 meter per second square. This is force, this is mass, and this is acceleration. Now, and a mass m2 and acceleration of 20 meter per second square. So this is the question which is telling that the same force 5 Newton in case of mass m1 is giving acceleration of 10, and the same force, that is 5 Newton force, when applied to mass m2 it gives acceleration of 20 meter per second square. So in both cases we have given the value of force and the value of acceleration, and masses have been given in terms of m1 and m2. So what acceleration would it give if both the masses were tied together? So in third part it is asked that if same force, that is 5 Newton, is applied and if these both masses are tied together, means if we join m1 and m2, then what will be the acceleration? So in this question, first of all we will find the value of m1 and m2. So this question actually has 3 parts. In first part we will find m1, in second part we will find m2, and then in the last part we will join this m1 plus m2, and then we will calculate acceleration. Simple question, try it. Question 9.5. The velocity time graph of a ball of mass 20 gram. Mass is given, but it is in gram. So we have to convert it into kilogram in SI system. Moving along a straight line on a long table is given as. So in this question, we have not given UV directly, but we have to find these things from this graph. In question asks that how much force does the table exert on the ball to bring it to the rest? Means we have to find force. So mass is given to us, and what things we can find with this graph, that here is 0 and this is velocity, that is velocity is 20. If time is 0 and velocity is 20, so it means what we have given, that the velocity of object is 20 initially. So u is 20. And secondly, always remember, always see carefully that what unit is given here on the graph. It is centimeter per second. So we will write that initial velocity equal to u equal to 20 centimeter per second. Then after 10 second, means after 10 second, its velocity is 0 because this graph comes here. So final velocity is 0. And in how much time this velocity comes to 0? In 10 second. So three informations we have calculated from this graph, that number 1 initial velocity, number 2 final velocity, and third is time. Mass is already given to us and we can calculate force easily. Simply we will convert mass into kilogram and then we will do the calculations. Now finally we will see that the sign will be negative of the force because its velocity is decreasing with time. Hanji, next question. A bullet of mass 20 gram is horizontally fired with a velocity 150 meter per second from a pistol of mass 2 kg. What is recoil velocity of the pistol? This is the question based on law of conservation of momentum. So in this figure, just see that before firing, what happens, that this gun and bullet both are at rest. So total momentum of these are 0. And what happens after firing, that the bullet goes in forward direction and the gun comes in backward direction. These things have been given to us, that the mass of gun is 2 kg and the mass of bullet is 20 gram and the velocity of bullet is 150 meter per second, and we have to find the recoil velocity of gun. Recoil velocity means with which velocity the gun comes in backward direction. So in this question we will first of all write the given things, that mass of bullet, will write it as m1 and it is 20 grams, so we will convert it into kilogram. And the mass of pistol m2, that is 2 kg. Initial velocities of bullet u1 and pistol is 0 because both were at rest initially. So we are assuming the situation that before firing both are at rest, so u1 and u2 are 0, and after firing the velocity of bullet is given in this question and velocity of gun we have to calculate. So final velocity of bullet is given 150. The direction of bullet is taken from left to right, that is positive. In such type of questions in which the directions is opposite, we will take direction of one thing as positive and the direction of velocity of other thing as the negative. So let V be the recoil velocity of pistol. We have to find it. So total momentum of pistol and bullet before firing when gun is at rest is 0. Total, this is total mass m1 plus m2 multiply by velocity. So total momentum before firing 0. Okay, now total momentum after firing, that is mass of bullet multiplied by velocity of bullet plus mass of gun multiplied by velocity of gun, means m1 v1 into this is m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So we will put the values whatever is given to us and we will find this equation. And according to law of conservation of momentum, total momenta after the fire equal to total momenta before the fire. We will equate this equation and we will equate this equation. So finally we get V equal to minus 1.5 meter per second. So here negative sign indicate that direction in which pistol would recoil is opposite to the bullet. Okay, bullet's velocity we have taken positive. So velocity of gun will be negative. So in such type of questions, you must remember that your velocity will be negative. Next is a girl of mass 40 kg. This girl mass m1 is 40 kg, jumps with the horizontal velocity of 5 meter per second into a stationary cart. So she is moving with a velocity of 5 meter per second and the mass of stationary cart is given. So cart's mass is 3 kilogram and initial velocity of this cart is 0. So in this question the velocity of this is given and velocity of this is 0 and masses of both are given. This was the case initially before collision. Now what is her velocity as the cart starts moving? Then what happens? She is coming, running, and she jumps over this cart and then stands on this cart. And there are wheels on this cart, so this cart will start moving. Now this girl and this cart, this whole becomes a system. So mass of this girl and this cart get add up and combinedly they are moving. Okay, now assume that there is no external unbalanced force working in the horizontal direction. So this numerical is also based on conservation of momentum, and we know this is the condition for conservation, law of conservation of momentum, that no external force should act on it. So in this case again we will find total momentum before collision and total momentum after collision and then we will equate it. So m1 u1 plus m2 u2, this is the total momentum before collision. Now what happens after collision? These both join together and become a system. So their combined mass is 40 plus 3 multiplied by combined velocity, because they both are moving with the same velocity now. So in this case we will not take v1 and v2, we will take simply v. V is the common velocity of both the girl and the cart. So we find this value and then we will compare these both things, and by comparing this we can find the value of V. So it is 4.65 meter per second. Now here the sign is positive. In this case sign positive means the girl was moving in this direction and the whole system is still moving in the same direction. That's why the sign is positive. 9.8, two hockey players of opposite teams. These are two hockey players and these both are of opposite teams. While trying to hit a hockey ball on the ground, collide and immediately become entangled. Entangled means उलझ गए, उनकी जो हॉकी स्टिक्स है वो आपस में उलझ गई. Now what is happening? That these both are moving together here and there. Wherever they are going, they are moving together. Simply we can say that these both become a single system. So one has mass 60 kg and was moving with velocity 5 meter per second. So it is given that 60 kg 5 meter per second moving with this velocity. So m1 u1 is given to us, and while other has a mass of 55 kg and was moving faster with a velocity of 6 meter per second. So this is m2 and this is u2. Just we will take care of it that we are taking velocity of this boy means u1 as positive, and then we have to take this as negative. In all the numericals, if directions are opposite of both the objects, then we will take one velocity as of negative sign. Now, in which direction and with which velocity will they move after they become entangled? And assume that the frictional force acting is 0. So finally, this was before collision. Their separate masses and separate velocities have been given. And then after collision, they get entangled. Now they become a single system because these both are moving all together. So their mass will be total sum of m1 and m2. So it is 115 kg. And the velocity will also be common because these both are moving together. This is the same case as of the cart, that first of all they were separated and after collision they become a single system. So they are moving with the common velocity. So we will deal this question accordingly. m1 and u1 as positive sign, m2 and u2 as minus sign, because directions of these both are opposite. So one we will take negative, and then simply we will solve it. We will find this total momentum before collision this much. Always remember to write the units. Now if v is velocity of two entangled players, means v is the common velocity of both. So m1 plus m2 we will write, then find the answer. Then we will compare after collision, total momentum after collision with the total momentum before collision, and by comparing we get this value. Now here the sign is negative. It means thus the two entangled players would move with the velocity of this from right to left, that is in the direction of the second player. Means this minus sign is showing that in which direction these both players are moving, as this is the negative, the second player's velocity we have taken negative, and in answer also we get the negative velocity. So this is moving, these both are moving in the same direction in which the second player was moving. So do the practice of these solved questions first of all in rough notebook, and then try exercise questions. Thank you.